It's Tony Schiavone from the AEW Control Center. We are returning to Milwaukee for AEW Dynamite live tonight on TBS at 8/7 Central. Tonight's live telecast of AEW action will originate from the UWM Panther Arena. If you're coming to the event tonight in Milwaukee, tickets available at AEWTIX.com. Here's a look at what is on tonight's Dynamite card from Milwaukee. In a big one-on-one matchup, Chris Jericho will face Keith Lee. Last week, I was talking with Jericho about his appearance at the end of the Adam Cole-Daniel Garcia match. Remember that? And take a look at what happened during the interview. Chris, a week ago, big moment for Adam Cole, his return, his win.
Adam Cole connects, boom, covers, and wins!
And at the end, you come out. Can you explain why you would come out?
What is
Jericho's not looking too happy.
Jericho, I mean, obviously concerned about Garcia, but we can't let this take away from the return of Adam Cole.
I've got nothing against Adam Cole. He's a tremendous talent. He's a huge part of AEW, and I'm happy that he's back after 9 months. Always happy to see one of the brothers return from a serious injury. He had a great match against Danny Garcia, and he got the win. And then Britt Baker comes down, and he's got the girl. And then the streamers come from the ceiling, and he's got the celebration. But then it keeps going on, and on, and on, and on. And meanwhile, Daniel Garcia, one of my right-hand men in the Jericho Appreciation Society, and one of the greatest talents of this generation or any other, is lying in the ring as you continue to celebrate. You punked him out, Cole. You made him look like a piece of trash, and I had to put an end to it. It's unacceptable. And I had to stop your disrespect.
Gee, I was just passing by and heard you mumble disrespect. Mr. Jericho, since I've been here, you are the poster child for disrespect. Now, I'm not going to harp on the things you've done to present this, but I myself have had a couple of wars with Adam Cole, and while I may not be particularly fond of him, I have respect. I know a lot about that. You, however, perhaps next week in Milwaukee, maybe I teach you a thing or two about respect.
Jericho very much intimidated by the gigantic Lee, and who can blame him? The two will meet tonight in a battle for possibly respect. Let's see what happens. Also tonight, in a battle of two athletes who are very familiar with each other, Darby Allin meets Swerve Strickland.
Darby Allin, myself, we're two sides of the same coin. Darby wouldn't necessarily be the competitor he is today without Swerve. I helped groom him on the independents. Everywhere we went around the country, around the world, I beat his ass. So good. I mean, I groomed this man to be tough as nails, man. I'm so proud of everything you've become since coming to AEW. Somehow I seem to not be able to beat you ever since I got to AEW. Did I create this? Did I create something like this? A champion, a competitor like Darby? A pillar of AEW? Maybe I did. I offered you something that's really beautiful. A chance to build the Swerve Mogul affiliates. In order for me and the Mogul affiliates to reach this full potential, a merger is what was necessary. I went with Ring of Honor, trios, champions, including a legend such as Prince Nana himself. They see the vision, and they are willing to follow. More are coming. That was just a taste. We're going to build something beautiful. Something dominant, something fierce. And right at the head is yours truly. Swerve Strictly. Now I'm at the point now, if you're not with me, you die. So Wednesday on Dynamite, Darby, prepare to fight for your life, man. Prepare to do battle with somebody who's known you for years, who's done pretty much everything that you've done with their body. I know pain. I know it, and I love it, and I love to inflict it that much more. So what are you gonna do with somebody who just doesn't give a damn? You never want to go to war with somebody who gives less of a damn than you do. And Darby, this is it. This is your moment. Because there's never been anybody else that you faced here in AEW like me, and you know that. This Wednesday, Darby, I kill what I created in you.
A merger between the Mogul affiliates and the Embassy. That spells trouble for many here in AEW, beginning with Darby Allin. Apparently, old wounds between the two men from Seattle that once were friends. Also on tonight's card, Orange Cassidy defends the AEW International Championship against Buddy Matthews of the House of Black. Now, this past Friday on Battle of the Belt 6, live on TNT, Orange Cassidy successfully defending his title against Luchador Dralistico when this warning appeared.
Exceptional. Orange. See, I've always considered you to be quite talented. So I'm glad to see that you got your win back, because I can tell that losing to the house was eating you alive. So good. Because we're not done with you just yet.
That being said, we were gracious enough to put our titles on the line. So how about you put yours?
It's apparent the House of Black has been focused on Orange Cassidy as of late, and it looks as if the House wants to add another title to its collection, which includes the World Trios Championship. The Blackpool Combat Club has been on a tear in AEW that has never before been seen. They've taken out the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, Hangman Adam Page, and more. This past Friday on Battle of the Belt 6, Alex Marvez was checking on the status of the Elite in the backstage area.
Brandon Cutler, Michael Nakazawa, what type of update can you give us on the Elite?
Well, I mean, as you can see, this room's empty. We're kind of the only two ones left here. I mean, I gotta say, I've rode in way too many ambulances lately, and I've sat bedside in way too many hospitals. At this point, we can kind of see what the Blackpool Combat Club are. They're just a bunch of bullies. And, you know, we're no strangers to bullies at this point. Me and Nak have been bullied our entire lives, but, you know, we find ourselves having to ask the question, what do you do when the people that stand up to bullies aren't here anymore? You stand tall, you don't back down, and you be elite.
Michael?
No.
What did you say?
I said, no more.
Well, the match has been signed by Tony Khan. Brandon Cutler and Michael Nakazawa will attempt to stop the onslaught of the Blackpool Combat Club tonight in Milwaukee. This should be very interesting. Cutler and Nakazawa have been a very entertaining duo, but this time they will attempt to take matters into their own hands. This and more tonight at AEW Dynamite as we invade the UWM Panther Arena in Milwaukee. We take the air live tonight on TBS at 8/7 Central with tickets in Milwaukee available at AEWTIX.com. Now, next Wednesday, April 19th, AEW Dynamite and Rampage return to Pittsburgh at the Peterson Event Center at the University of Pittsburgh. In 2 weeks, that's Wednesday, April 26th, we make our AEW debut in the Fort Lauderdale area at the FLA Live Arena in Sunrise, Florida. Tickets for both Pittsburgh on the 19th and Sunrise on the 26th are available at AEWTIX.com. And now this very important announcement. AEW returns to where it all began, at the Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C., the site of the very first Dynamite. Our date, Wednesday, June 14th. Tickets for our return to Washington at the Capital One Arena will become first available this Friday, April 14th at 10 a.m. local time at AEWTIX.com and Ticketmaster.com. But tonight we are in Milwaukee at the UWM Panther Arena for AEW Dynamite Live on TBS, beginning at 8/7 Central. If you're coming tonight in Milwaukee, arrive early. Matches begin for you at 6 p.m. local. Stay after Dynamite for AEW Rampage. Tickets at AEWTIX.com. I'm Tony Schiavone in the Control Center. I'll see you tonight live ringside in Milwaukee and on TBS. We are AEW.